High flyers, crows in Yorkshire facing some of the most challenging pheasants he's seen.
Some of the best pheasants I've ever shot, and definitely the best partridge.
We are after a duck killer. We've got news, we've got hunting YouTube. I want to tell you about my chickens. Welcome to Fieldsports Britain.
Not so much the height, it's the speed.
Yeah, I did it way faster.
Oh.
They make them tough up here. And that goes for the birds too.
That's the next generation.
The next generation. We can do it. One world away.
We're on the edge of the Peak District at the Upperwood Estate on Saddleworth Moor for some extreme partridge and pheasant.
Yeah, 9 guns, so we left to right, 1 on the left, 9 on the right. We'll turn on 9 and we'll go up 2 today. Everyone remember that, that's main one to remember. Confuse everyone.
Andy is a guest of clothing company Jack Pyke as a thank you for his time helping with next season's catalogue. Some of the guns have shot here before, so know what to expect. Andy hasn't, but he did get a sneak preview yesterday in between smouldering poses in front of a camera. I said smouldering poses.
We was up on the dam there yesterday taking some pictures of different clothing and that, and the new Jack Pyke range for the catalogue. And they walked up the hill, and I don't know if you can see the hill in the background there. There were some partridges went over the top, they turned and come straight back across and come back over to the other side here. I don't know what speed they were going, the height was just unbelievable. There were some good guns here yesterday and they were, they were struggling a little bit.
The first drive is a bit of a warm-up for Mr. Crow with Mrs. C loading. The pheasants are pretty green at this point in the season, but with plenty of shots further down the line, the dogs start working. Hannah is James the gamekeeper's fiancée. She loves working the dogs, and Brash is on second camera for us.
Hi, Lost one.
he's not the only one likely to get wet today.
Way! Lucky that water ain't wet. Be careful.
He's right, it's not that bad.
Yeah, I'll swing it up.
Big throw, Harry. Keep running. You got the bear. You alright? Yeah, cheers. Yeah, I'm right.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm right.
The guns move up the valley and are lined out up a steep slope.
A lot of partridge here on this one apparently. They're going to come along and apparently they curl across they come from the top of the hill there and curl back round through here and go back out behind us apparently. What a place.
Crow, of course, is looking smart today in all the latest kit.
Do you like dressing up?
Do I like dressing up? We've got moleskin waistcoat, breeks. These are the new socks they're doing. New jumper, new shirts. my idea of dressing up is green clothes for work, but no, it's good stuff and it's comfortable stuff.
The drive starts and Crow is on these amazing birds straight away. The birds were up there, and so was the drive, one of the most impressive we've seen.
Phenomenal. That was serious, that was. Yeah. I found my way there. Yeah, I got on them really well. I had some really cracking shots out across the reservoir there. Had some nice incomers. Yeah. That was awesome, it really was.
One of the best drives you've done, do you think? It's one of the best ones I've filmed, I reckon.
I think you're right there, David, yeah. I think it is. It's got to be one of the best drives I've ever done. What went out were good birds, but the partridges are just unbelievable. That's a long way from up there down to here. They were curling round and cutting across. They wanted to be the other side. But no, that was awesome. Absolutely awesome. I had a couple of nice left and rights there and they were off. I changed the choke after the last drive, really tightened it up. And when you either hit them or you don't, and it was really smacking them.
You couldn't see
them. You got them on the camera, David.
Pressure.
Pressure, loads of pressure, David. I've got loads of pressure, so about time you had a bit.
Right, Andrew, put your top.
What shells are you using today, Craig?
Black gold. I'm using 36 grams. 36 grams. Fours. The thing is, you can't get no deader than dead, so you're better off using a bigger pellet. But no, it's gone really well. Never forget that. Some of the biggest birds I've shot.
Time to get our breath back and dissect the sporting action. There's one drive left before lunch and it feels like an old western with the beaters high above us, sending signals from the rocks above the pass and about to launch an assault.
They're coming from the top of that hill, going over to the top of that hill. Well, you see where the beaters are up on the top there, look. The good thing on this drive, you put a camera on the end. I suppose you want me to follow everyone down there.
You've got time, yeah.
If I get any, I will. Yes! Oh, that was more luck than judgment. One in front. Again and again. Quick, 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 quick.
Above you, above you.
Absolutely unbelievable.
And they're still moving.
That's just unbelievable. There's one there. You wouldn't even put a gun up to it. Pheasant. Look at that pheasant, David. Quick, quick, quick. Yes! David, up there. Holy. Yes.
Behind it, up. Up.
Yes. Yes. Oh, oh. Yes.
Ready.
What an experience, and all credit to James and his tight-knit crew.
That was just phenomenal. There was partridge one after the other after the other. There's some I didn't even bother shooting at, they were so high. But I had some corkers on there. Some of the best pheasants I've ever shot, and definitely the best partridge. I had a nice left and right of pheasants, and right across, they were up there. I was happy to get one, and just happened there was a hen bird coming along beside it. I thought I just carried on the same lead, absolutely smashed it. And I did the same with some partridge as well. Oh, it's just unbelievable, unbelievable. I just,
Brilliant. How's that compare?
nothing compares with that, I tell you. Nothing.
I say there's quite a few shot this year, and they've put it like quite high up in the list.
Oh, well, I've never seen anything like. There was partridge coming off there. I didn't even bother putting my gun up. It was waste of time.
Like I say, we do that sometimes. I don't think we're going to bother today, but that's even higher. What were average shot count here? 8 to 1, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's all of that.
A lad the other day, 50 shots for 4 birds, and he's a good shot.
Yeah, I had a job. Well, I found them in the end. I had a couple of nice left and rights at pheasants, nice left and rights at partridge, but there was a hell of a lot there doing touch them.
No, I've got
doing
to
touch
say,
them.
I wanted to show it you. I wanted you to see it.
I've never ever seen anything like it. Never.
No.
There was some come off that top there, and they went across to the top of that hill, and they were like little pins.
Jerry that put you out, he goes up here and gets behind them, and then brings them back, and then like this window here,
Yeah,
just surround it and let them come in dribs and drabs. They're
phenomenal.
awesome.
Absolutely
Yeah.
phenomenal.
You can see why we booked up, can't you? Like in a way, that sort of
You
quality.
shoot one of them partridges, and that
Yeah.
just makes it. But
I think there were a lad at the top with a cock pheasant. It were an awesome,
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
awesome. Enjoyed it then.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
More and more shooters are after the extreme birds, and it does take the sport to a different level.
It's all very well having this incredible landscape, but you've got to choreograph the birds around it. I mean, it must be a hellish challenge.
Yeah, wind's a nightmare. Wind, can't do nothing with wind. They'll either go under it or they'll get on the wind and go away. Our predominant wind's the southwest, so we've made 2 drives to fit the southwest wind. But like you say, you've got the topography, you've got the hills. All these birds have to do is fly level, and they're awesome. So we tend to predominantly pheasants, because later season the partridge drop off. But these partridge here, they're absolutely stunning. I don't think you'll find partridge like that in many places. One coming back here. The guns come from all over. There's a massive demand. This sort of shooting's, I think, where your market is now. Everyone wants the extreme stuff, the high stuff, the quality. So we just try our best. We've got a good team of beaters. Got 12 that come every single shoot. And they know the runs, they have the crack. We give them a good beaters day, and we look after them the best we can and keep that team together. And everyone knows the runs, and we seem to get round the birds pretty well.
You must be pretty proud of what's gone on here.
Yeah, as a family we're really happy. You keep hearing your name bounced around the big boys that are shooting every single week. Got people that are queuing to come, and
we're really happy, but there is quite a bit of pressure with it, quite a bit of sleepless nights in the summer when the foxes are turning up. But I think the key next year is try and make a few new drives higher up this valley, try and get a few more partridges settled earlier and see what we can do.
There's one more scheduled drive left and it's looking ominous. The beaters look like ants on a skyscraper.
Along the top of the ridge. I haven't used anything else, I haven't been using the series, so I want to concentrate on this now. You keep chopping and changing guns, it's never good. So I'm sticking with this one at the moment. So all the shooting I've done at the moment, it's been with this. And it's paying off.
Once again, the Upperwood Estate challenges the guns. It's been quite a day.
It's one of those days you're never going to forget. I shot one of the best partridges of the day here. It come out and it was absolutely stonking. I thought, well, I'll give that one, and absolutely killed it, stone dead. I was really happy with that. Missed a couple of silly ones, but the thing is, some of these were a little bit lower than the others, so I think I was just overcooking it a bit, just giving it a bit too much lead. No, they run a good shoot here, really good shoot.
It's a sporting day that will be talked about and relished for many years to come. For more from Jack Pyke, visit jackpyke.co.uk, and to contact someone about going shooting at the Upperwood Estate, search for it on Facebook. Thank you to Andy, thank you to the Jack Pyke crew, and thank you to the shoot for a fabulous day. Now for someone who is more icky than ecky, it's David on the Fieldsports Channel News Stump.
This is Fieldsports Channel News. The world of shooting has enjoyed looking over Vinnie Jones's new shooting vehicle. Hollywood actor, former footballer and keen shooter, Vinnie sent us mobile phone film of the result of a 2-year rebuild of a 1995 Land Rover Defender. Designed for everything from game shooting to lamping foxes, the work was done by Stuart Brown Body Repairs. It includes a hatch for lamping, a dog trailer and Vinnie's name engraved on the steering wheel. You can see photos from the build on our website. Click on the link top right. Scottish gun owners are up in arms about the NHS. Police Scotland requires a doctor's agreement before it can issue a gun licence. Now enterprising doctors are charging up to £200 for this certificate. Not all Scottish doctors charge the Brucey bonus that's on top of their NHS salaries. One of them said he ought to bill a shooter but sent the bill instead to Police Scotland. Thanks to Rod Entwistle for sending in this story. An unusual white moose is being hounded to death. Local hunters have agreed to protect it, however photographers have taken to feeding the animal, which is in Sweden, in order to get the perfect photograph. That has now made the animal dangerous, and its attacks on the public mean the local police will now have to shoot it. There's a new documentary coming to some UK cinemas, and it looks at the trophy hunting industry.
The Safari Club International Show is the largest hunting convention in the planet.
Crocodiles are really mean. Besides that, I want a pair of boots.
Called Trophy and released elsewhere in the world earlier in 2017, it tells a story from both sides, showing how hunting benefits conservation, while also showing how some unsporting big game hunters blur the lines between conservation and killing. In the week that US President Donald Trump flip-flopped on the import of big game trophies from southern Africa, the film has split both the pro and anti-hunting lobbies. And finally, staying with films, and Basque has issued a press release celebrating its 1 millionth view on YouTube. This is one of their films. They add it's taken 6 years to reach this milestone. We pass that particular milestone every fortnight. Yes, these days Fieldsports Channel is attracting 2 million views a month. You are now up to date with Fieldsports Channel News. Stuck in the stories, fishing for facts.
Thank you, David. Now the British Shooting Show is coming up in February. Here's a word about it. Now, I met a lovely man at the Blaser shooting event outside Bristol earlier in the year, and he asked me down to his place in Dorset to go fox shooting. First action of a fox shooter: convert the work vehicle into a lean, mean foxing machine.
Well, yeah, it's a bit Heath Robinson, but it does the job, and you feel a lot safer in there, and you've got a nice steady rest when you get up there.
It's a combination of rest and roll bar, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, definitely. Especially when Sam's driving.
I'm out with the Pomeroys in Dorset. Father David is shooting, son Sam is driving. They're lamping, but for me, David Pomeroy has the latest night vision kit.
The scope on top is a Drone Pro 15, which I find extremely good for spotting. There's no mistaking that. It really is good kit. Expensive, but you pay for what you get for in this day and age. I also use a Pulsar thermal imager spotter, which is brilliant, and just you can actually pick something up a long way off and clarify it with the Drone Pro of actually what it is if you can't clarify with the spotter. Blaser R8 Professional Pro Success in 250. Home loaded, and at the moment I'm using Hornaday 55 grain ballistic tip, and they seem to do the job perfectly.
David explains what we will be up to tonight.
Well, the plans for this evening are we're going to go to the first permission, which is a sheep milking farm. He has a lot of trouble with foxes because he lambs outside, so he has a lot of trouble with foxes grabbing lambs. And he often lambs at strange times of year. So I think there's a batch due to lamb in about 4 weeks' time. So the more we can get off the ground now, the better. And then the second one is a small shoot, and they're having trouble with a fox grabbing ducks. So we're going to have a look there. And if we have time, there's another sheep farmer who's also having a bit of trouble because he's outdoor lambing as well. I heard some a week ago, and they were shouting as if they were mating and already in the fields. So I mean, they're staking out their territory already. So if we can remove one or two of those, all the better. On this small permission I've had 33 since January last year. So they're certainly moving in.
At the first place we see a fox among the sheep, but the stillness of the night is against us and it trots on, not giving David a shot. David puts out a caller, but that produces nothing. Sam has to deal with some of the noisiest gates in Dorset.
So then we went to the second farm and spotted one almost immediately. Unfortunately, I don't think you got it on film, but
we had the light on the gate.
Yes.
You were looking through the night vision. You could see it.
I could see it. I could see it. It was trotting away quite well. It was a good longish distance. I missed the first shot cleanly, and luckily it went about 40 yards and stopped and looked back. A big dog fox, really good one to take out of the way. I should think it real heavy, well-built dog fox. Been feeding on the ducks and stuff that are around that shoot. Nice one to get out of the way.
On to the third permission, and we see a fox on the move like the others, but no safe shot available. It has been a difficult night for foxing, but one big duck grabber in the bag will save livestock and wildlife. Thank you both Pomeroys for a lovely evening in Dorset. And while I was there, something was killing my chickens. The run was completely secure. No way a fox badger or an otter could have got in. So I popped out my trail cams, my Minox trail cams, thank you Minox, and this is what I saw. It's a polecat and it's trying to chew through my new wire defences. There is a silver lining. Previously I've put out the trail cams and seen lots and lots of rats. After the visit of the polecat, 1 rat, and I still have 2 chickens. Now from my rather parochial problems to the wider world of hunting and shooting on YouTube, it is Hunting YouTube. This is Hunting YouTube, which aims to show the best hunting and shooting videos that YouTube has to offer. This week we look at entries to the Monocular Video Awards 2017. We helped judge which of these go on the shortlist. It's up to you to vote for them now. Here's a selection of 8 of the 20 you can vote for. Not necessarily the best, that's for you to decide. First up, Ulrik Orskov. Is he Russian? Is he Australian? No, he is Danish and he is bow hunting in Denmark in this film. He is on the shortlist for the Best Professional Hunting Video of the Year. A British entry for Best Hunting Video comes from Simon Whitehead, who enters this film about his life in ferreting. In that category, he is up against another Brit, Slots Media, which is after Seeker in Ireland. Blake Clinch from New Zealand goes on the trip of a lifetime hunting Seeker deer in the New Zealand backcountry. They take 2 Seeker stags and 1 red stag and hope to take Best Hunting Video of the Year. The 5th and final entry in this category is Ole Christian Sørensen from Norway, who is waterfowl hunting in Iceland. Here's a film we've run on Hunting YouTube in the past. Tim Hunemeyer from Germany is impersonating another stag. Who'd have thought that would work? He has entered it for Best Hunting Clip. And there's comedy. John Odden from Norway sends in this film of a frustrated hunter reacting badly to missing, also shortlisted for Best Hunting Clip of the Year. There's a good showing from the UK across the awards. Sean Rooney is picking up on a driven pheasant syndicate shoot in Scotland. This film is on the shortlist for the Best Gun Dog Video. In that category, Sean is up against another Brit, Eleanor Nunnally, who enters this film of a young dog retrieving a wounded duck that keeps diving. And they are both competing with John Simpson's Labrador Retrieve. Lots of enthusiasm for gun dogs in the UK. And finally, from the USA, AJ DeRosa enters his falconry film, which follows a man, his red-tailed hawk, and his GSP. It is one of the 5 films in for Best Professional Hunting Video. That's it for this week. There are 20 videos on the shortlist. I've put them all in a YouTube playlist, which you can click on top right. Instructions on how to vote in their description. Back to normal next week. If you have a YouTube film you would like us to pop into the weekly top 8, email me the link, charlie@fieldsportschannel.tv. Well, that's it for this week. If you haven't done so already, please pop over to our website, fieldsportschannel.tv. You can click to like us there on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter. You can subscribe to us on YouTube, or best of all, you can pop your email address into our register page and we'll send you news of this show, Field Sports Britain, which is out every Wednesday at 7 PM. And this has been Field Sports Britain. Good hunting, good shooting, good fishing, and goodbye.